Hello, everybody, Ange here, and welcome back to Princess Principal Crown Handler, the first movie, which is basically like two episodes just mashed together because it's 50 something minutes, and there's gonna be six of those movies in total, which makes for a 12 episode season essentially, except they are more spaced out than like a week in between or even 2 weeks in between. Um, Actually, I was looking for the second movie as well because I thought I'm gonna watch the first movie, I'm gonna, upload it, and then next week I'm gonna watch the second one. But there's no second one yet. At least not on Nya. I don't think it's subbed yet. Maybe if it's released somewhere in the West, then it's like in theaters or something. I have no clue. But I didn't manage to find any subs for the second Crown Handler movie. So I'm gonna watch the first one right now because I promised you guys that I'm gonna jump straight into the movies. And as far as the second one goes, I'm gonna watch it whenever some subs become available. Um, Even now, the first movie, I'm watching it with subs, please, subs, because Akihito subs haven't subbed it for some reason, and subs, please has like good quality video, and the subs are usually serviceable as well. So we're gonna watch it in this version. I took a little bit of a break for Christmas, a week, and now we're back. Yeah, season one of Princess Principal didn't really end. Didn't really end. I'm just gonna leave it at that. It didn't really end. Like, the plot introduced in episode 11 basically was resolved in episode 12, but the whole, matter of Charlotte becoming the ruler of the country, right? The solving the problem of the war, or hell, even the plot of the Duke of Normandy, all of those remain unsolved yet. Hopefully, the movies will help with that, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't think there's much more to say about it, besides maybe a Happy New Year, because it's 29th today, so New Year is soon, and I don't know if I'm gonna be releasing any videos leading up to the New Year. Perhaps after the New Year, I'm gonna release something. I don't know yet. We are in this weird transition period between Christmas and New Year's, right? And in the period of one season of the anime having already ended, and the next one not having started yet. So I'm just gonna finish Sci-Fi and the Paladin. I'm gonna watch this Crown Handler movie. Uh, what's gonna happen next? I don't know. Stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna have a live stream during which I'm gonna talk about um, the anime that I'm gonna be reacting to in the next season. We're gonna go through the Annie list or Mal or something, the list of winter season anime, and we're gonna pick a couple seasonals and we're gonna pick a couple non-seasonals. I know for sure that I'm gonna be reacting to Symphogear right now. What else remains to be seen? I don't know that yet myself. I don't know what anime are coming in the next season, so I can't really speak of them. And this is Lemon and Stinging Nettle. Nettle is great, by the by. Okay, I think that's it as far as talking about things goes. In the last episode, basically, nothing really, nothing really ended. We just uprooted the whole, not conspiracy, but the whole plot of murdering the queen, and now we have another antagonist, and apparently the military of the Commonwealth is also working against us somehow, to the point where they got K or W or whatever the fuck his name is out of the picture and replaced him with some general. So there's some infighting there. There's now a spy girl who also has a C-ball, we've seen, who also works for the military, I guess, and who will be working against us. I don't know. A lot of new plots, a lot of new elements has been introduced in the ending of the last season. So hopefully, the movies will answer some of the old questions and some of the new ones, and some things will be resolved. Hopefully, resolved well, because I'm always rooting for things to go well. So let's not prolong it any further. Let's give you guys some subs, and let's start it, shall we? Princess Principal Crown Handler Movie 1, a version by Subs Please, is gonna be starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Showgate. And Bandai Namco. Ooh, they got a new logo, new intro. Interesting. I can already hear that the sound designer is the same. Okay, so we get a little bit of a reminder. Yeah, about what the stakes are, what's the state of the world, etc., etc. Charlotte. Oh, so the wall isn't like splitting the city in half. It's a wiggly shape. Okay, interesting. I can already tell the CG is better. Oh, the sound design never disappoints. Was that a CG book and a CG hand? Who that? He's been working with our doves, I'm assuming, and this book is some sort of a MacGuffin that we're gonna have to recover. Okay, they're rounding up random people, apparently. What's going on? Ange? Spot the protagonist, am I right? Okay, so Hamilton is our target. What's going on? Sleeping gas? Some sort of a gas. I love how Andre always uses those gas canisters. Okay, just a smoke bomb. Chise! Let's go! Oh, the magic sounds! How I missed those. Dorothy already waiting in a car? No. Okay, what's going on? That's some good CG. And that's some amazing music. And some amazing backgrounds. Holy shit, this anime is so beautiful. Dorothy! Dorothy is driving a bus, huh? A tour bus. No time to explain, get out of the car. Okay, that's their escape route. There's someone tailing you, though. I love the gunshots. Okay, they've been boarded. Ooh, that's a nice shot. Okay. Whew. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, doesn't matter if you did it willingly or knowingly or not, you did it, so of course you're gonna be censored. Of course. Uh, that's Ange. Yeah. Kind of a callback to the first episode, right? Ooh, new OP? New OP. Crown Handler. New characters, and a lot of them. There's her, whatever her name is, I forgot. That's the little white house for Ange and Charlotte, I'm assuming. That's a good OP, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't hold a candle to Other Side of the Wall. You can't beat Other Side of the Wall, I'm sorry. They kinda got themselves into a corner once they made the OP for Season 1 because they cannot possibly beat it. Who's watching us? Who are you? Someone's knocking at my door? Fuck it. I don't expect anybody. Mm, you mean the princess? Hmm. Because there wasn't an impostor. It was the princess herself. Mm-hmm. Who's next in line for succession, though? Is it Charlotte or one of her siblings? Rat population. Are we going full Dishonored? Yeah. You normally don't, you know, race with double deckers. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what would they be? Find the rat? The mole? Whatever you want to call it? Okay, we're going somewhere in official capacity. Not really, honestly. Charlotte! Yeah, there are spies everywhere. L, that's what the dude is called. Yeah. Ooh, I love the palace. I love how there's just a big fuck off cogwheel. Yeah, just a cogwheel there. Why not? Stick it there. It's steampunk. Fuck. Just fuck. I wanted to say fuck if I care, but no, I care. I care that there's a cogwheel there. That's a beautiful place. Of course, Dorothy, forever the alcoholic. uh, like mice are born of rotting straw. Who's watching them? Okay, maybe nobody. Oh, fuck. Okay. They left Ange there. Okay. They really are using the fact that they are, like, long lost twins. Should have gone on a walk dressed like Ange at least. Dressed like Charlotte. That way, if someone spots her at night, she can just say, "Oh, I wanted to stretch my legs, you know. I couldn't sleep, I went for a glass of warm milk," or whatever. He's the informant? He's the mole? Oh, what? Does he think that Angie is Charlotte? Yes, please. That's the book from the start of the movie, isn't it? I think it might be. Like, we wouldn't have the whole scene with the book and the chase if it was completely irrelevant, right? Hmm? What's going on? I'm lost. Date on the rooftop again? Is nobody gonna question that the princess disappeared from the palace in the middle of the night? Okay. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. He mentioned that you're a spitting image of your mother. Is he testing your loyalty? Everybody has secrets. What failure? Let me help. Yeah. You have friends, you have companions, you have help. Use it. I mean, if he's on our side, then not necessarily. I don't think he's a double agent. If he was, then they'd be in much more trouble, right? Because he knows that they have their identities switched. Yeah, it was plain as day. Ange isn't as good as lying as she thinks she is. Exactly. Exactly. That's the correct mindset to have here. It was already proven once that Ange can't really act alone. I mean, she can, but it's much better when she acts in a team. Yeah. Hmm. He can. Yeah. But. mm, I mean, on the off chance that he became rogue or is a double agent, then of course he can influence how the whole country is run. Oh? That's careless of him. Yeah, that's actually careless of him. You usually just pick a single identity and stick to it. You construct one solid identity, fake identity, of course. The more different lies you tell to people, the harder it is to keep track on it. Here's the weirdest fucking suspended cathedral again. Uh, as the Shakespeare book. What about her? Oh, okay, so he knew that he was being tailed. Too late for that. Okay, I'm lost. Yeah, I mean, he's still a loyal spy. At least we know that he probably isn't a double agent. Yeah. She's already asking for her hand in marriage? Ooh, that's bold of her. Or are we going to... Yeah, we're going to some sort of a party. Is it the princess or is it Ange? Who is it with Beatrice? He knows that it's Ange? Of course, chess. The ultimate game of battling minds. If you ever want a symbolic scene of the fight of two minds, you have those two characters play chess. And you have them use vague sentences. Oh! Yeah. Yeah, what matters is that he's aware. It's Ange, or is it Charlotte? She seems very uneasy snooping around, so it might actually be Charlotte. Okay, Ange keeps him occupied while Charlotte is snooping around. Who is she looking for? Ooh, Duke of Normandy. The tension. There's so much tension. Yeah, what about it? Okay, so it is the princess that's snooping on him. And it is Ange who plays chess. Okay. Oh, fuck. Ah. Will he choose to counter? What did you find, Charlotte? And who's gonna see you? Okay, no one. You need to get better at chess, Ange. Hmm. Hmm. Anything unusual in those notes? Oh, so that's why she was looking around. Okay. He probably does. Hmm. Okay. That's some cold reading, alright. The books? Why the constant testing, though? And what's the deal with the books? Military stop? That's unusual. Who's that? Oh. some code in the speeches. The books are the key and the speeches are the cipher. Oh, that's brilliant. Probably. Yeah. Chise isn't amused. Hmm. That's actually brilliant. Using the Queen's speeches to relay information. Okay, so that's the bait, and he's gonna send a response. He's gonna send a response through the Queen's speech, and they will know for sure. Here's your new speech, Queen. Okay. That's for control. Yeah. A hit? A hit on the company who is sending the messages back, I'm assuming. Ironing the newspapers? What? Why the fuck are you ironing the newspapers? Okay, they're trailing him to get to the accomplice. Ooh. Yeah, your cover is blown. Who's gonna be waiting for you? Busted. Of course, Ange has a soft spot for him. Right. Yeah, that's important. He knows that they traded places. Not even Control can know that. Okay, well, that's a happy ending for him. I honestly expected a repeat from the first episode. Quick execution, a kick into the tummies. Who's trailing him, though? Into the tummies it goes. Okay, so he is being tailed. By whom, though? The Duke of Normandy? Ah, the chase music kicks in. I love the chase scenes in this anime. Hmm. That's actually a great escape route. Hidden under a heavy stone lid, so that only someone with a sea ball can raise it. Why was he working as a double agent, though? That's something I still don't get. And the chase continues. uh, that's a great way to lose tail. And that's another one down. Look at the road, Chise. Look at the road. I mean, it at least gets rid of the evidence, so... Who was your employer, though? Yeah, of course. Cave right ore? I'm fully expecting him to get a bullet to the head at any moment. This anime broke me like that. And off he goes to somewhere. I guess he's going to, like, continental Europe or something. He can't stay on the British Isles, that's for sure. Who that? His employer? Ah, shouldn't have left him alone. I really thought he's gonna get a good end. I was really hoping. I mean, at least Control won't be suspicious. Friend. Personal friend with the Chamberlain. I think Elle might have been a personal friend with the Chamberlain. Yeah, honestly. Okay, that's it. That's the Crown Handler movie 1. There is still some space for like after credits scene, so we're gonna watch the ED. And I just noticed something about my tea. Stinging nettle and lemon tastes exactly like rhubarb. I don't know why, but it tastes exactly like rhubarb. Tastes and smells like rhubarb. Okay, we're getting some new chibis in the ED. Oh, Ange and Charlotte playing piano. That's a good light-hearted ED. Yes, that's the ending of the series I want. That's how I want it to end. A beach episode would be cool as well. Sure. Oh, that's a cute picture. Birds. After credits, presented by Sentai. Anything else? No, that's it. That's the Crown Handler first movie. Okay. Uh, as always, let's go through it again. Perhaps a bit faster than usual because we're already at an hour of recording. Usually I wrap things up by that time, but I mean, the movie was 50 something minutes, so of course I can't wrap it up early. Let's go through it again, then let's discuss it. Maybe take a look at the stuff, although I don't think stuff has changed from the uh, series proper. So this dude was basically completely inconsequential. Only the books mattered. I guess he mattered in that he supplied the books to the girls later. And of course, this served as a good high octane opening to the episode, right? Uh, to the movie, I guess. They couldn't have started it with straight out intrigue and looking at the newspapers and trying to figure out the code or anything. They had to start off with action, the exact same way that episode 1 was for the first season. Yep, just straight out action, car chase, jumping with the sea ball, shooting, slicing. I don't know why he's so significant that Commonwealth would want him though. I have no clue. He was basically unknowingly selling books that contained that contained citations from people who had ties to the Commonwealth and were criticizing the crown. So I can understand why the crown, why the Kingdom of Albion wants him to disappear, right? Wants him arrested or whatnot. But why is he useful to the Commonwealth? I have no clue. The OP is visually great, visually stunning. But as far as the music goes, I very much do prefer the other side of the wall. Absolutely, no questions asked. I wonder who those characters are. On the left, perhaps a butler. On the right, the queen's son, like a crown prince or someone. Then on the left, Charlotte's sister, maybe? I have no clue. Of course, Duke of Normandy. That's a long OP. And here's the book that will become significant. Oh, I was wondering who's watching them. It was him. It was the bishop. I didn't connect the dots, so he's been watching them from the very beginning. No! Ah, okay. Now I connected the dots. Now I know what's going on. The bookseller. He's delivering books to him, to Bishop. That's why he didn't show up, because he saw spies from Control that were in the cafe. Okay, that makes sense now. That makes sense. Yeah, he's accused to be a spy. Mm. Yeah, this happened exactly as a result of the military's aggressive attempt to incite a revolution. Yep, and that did in fact give the Duke of Normandy an excuse to begin hunting down spies. The military was way too overt with their actions. They basically exposed the fact that there is a big underground spy operation going on in the kingdom. If not for that, nobody would have known, and the Duke of Normandy wouldn't have a basis to act. Right? So, of course, military fucked it up. And we were unable to identify the imposer. Too convenient that there would be an imposer. I think the Duke of Normandy is suspecting that the princess is working as a spy. Okay, we're visiting the queen. Of course, Dorothy is the drunkard, as she always is. The queen seems like a genuinely nice person. I wonder what are Charlotte's plans. She certainly doesn't want a revolution. How does she want to gain power, gain control over the country? I don't think Charlotte is someone who would assassinate her own grandmother. That's for sure. If she has any brothers or sisters that are first, that are before her in the line of succession, I don't think she would assassinate them either. I'm still not entirely sure what are Charlotte's plans, what's her endgame. Yeah, Charlotte leaves, Ange goes to meet the bishop, and he immediately recognizes her as Princess Charlotte. Yeah. I don't know what's the deal with the test here. Like, I know that he tells Ange to find the books for him because he doesn't want to be seen himself sourcing those books, and he presents it as a test of loyalty. But why would he test Ange's loyalty? Right? They both work under control. They are both spies for control. And I guess he just wants, his excuse is that he just wants to ensure the how trustworthy Ange is by himself, right? Not just trust the word of control, but he wants to ensure it by himself. Uh, this is kind of weird. That I'm assuming Princess left the castle dressed up as Ange, and Ange dressed up as Princess stayed in the castle, and then she just left, and nobody like woke up in the morning and was wondering why did the princess disappear in the middle of the night. She was there in the evening, she wasn't there in the morning. What the fuck's going on? Nobody questioned that. And of course, there they go way back to Ange's, formerly Charlotte's, childhood. So of course he remembered the facial features. And of course, Angie wants to do it alone, as always, but she never learned from the. I guess she did learn from the ending of the first season because she actually asks for help for once. And that's good because they are all willing to help. Finding the book, spying on him. Yeah, the fact that he's telling so many various lies wasn't sitting well with me. Because usually, if you lie, you construct a story and you stick to it. Right? If you create a false identity as a veterinarian, for example, you tell everybody you meet that you're a veterinarian. You don't stray away from that path. Him telling everybody that he's someone else kind of wasn't sitting well with me. But later it was explained that he was basically toying with them. Right? He knew that he was being tailed the whole time. Yeah. Mm, now the chess game. Angie keeps him occupied while Charlotte sneaks around and snoops around. That makes me think that I don't know why they did it this way. Charlotte should have played with the Chamberlain, and Angie should have been sneaking around. Although, no, I take it back. It was explained later. First of all, Angie got a cold reading on him through the way he plays chess, and she also figured out that there are people observing him. I take it back. The princess wouldn't have noticed those things. I don't think, at least. Here comes the Duke of Normandy. The manuscripts for the speeches. And the Chamberlain won. Okay, Duke of Normandy just pulls out a little bit. Right, he doesn't want to stir unnecessary trouble. The kingdom is stable right now, so he doesn't need to act. I can get behind that, absolutely. Yeah, there were only speeches, people monitoring the Chamberlain. The play style in chess. I thought it's a random military style, but no, they were just retrieving the bookkeeper again. And they figured it out that the messages are encoded in Queen's speeches. And honestly, that's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. Using the ruler of the country herself to relay the information to foreign spies. Who would have suspected that the Queen's speeches contain like encoded information? Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But of course they need to go through I I need to screenshot Chise's face here. It's just it's just perfect. It's just perfect. I love it. And saved. uh I love this face. And the responses were again encoded in some help wanted ads in newspapers. That's also brilliant. What's not brilliant is that they were posted by a non existent company. Yeah, I think that's a bit of a slip up. Uh, Lies are best when they are rooted in truth. That's just a universal thing. If you need to lie about something, make sure that lie is rooted in truth. And they made the mistake here. They didn't even create a fake company. They just signed the ad as a fake non-existent company. Right? They should have really created a fence company. It could be anything. Right? Completely anything. Any sort of company. And they should have been posting ads as that company. Right? Start a restaurant or a cafe or anything and post ads as that company. That was a big misstep on their part. Which makes me wonder, who is it that employed Bishop? And of course, here's the bait. During the past week, we have had weather remarkable for its changefulness. On Saturday, we had some loud peals of thunder accompanied with heavy showers of rain. We took shelter under a tree. Okay, so it's basically gibberish that you have to be a spy to understand. Adjustments to the speech, because he needs to relay brand new information. Thank you for this little bit of fun service. Why haven't they replied? Because they've been busted. Either they've been busted, or they didn't reply because the Queen's speech wasn't like ordered by them, right? It wasn't the moment for the information to come in, so they just didn't pay it any mind. It was just a regular speech. I wonder, why is he ironing newspapers? I need to Google it. Victorian England ironing newspapers. Was it a thing? The task of what? There's an article on NY Times. Get unlimited article access for 50 cents a week. Fuck off. Okay, yeah, so It was an actual thing. Butlers would iron newspapers. I guess I'm gonna read on about it. I guess I'm gonna read up. Ironing newspapers, fuck. I guess so they're more presentable, right? They get like wrinkled in transport, rolled up and whatnot, and to present them to the lord of the house, they need to be immaculate. It's a pity that this dude was just killed. Music half price, new song old friends, and patent cornflower. Oswego prepared corn, patent cornflower, celebrated Canterbury punch, Chappelle's foreign model piano, elegant presents, an evening with Meyrer, Chappelle's fashionable dance, Chappelle's standard dance book, Osborne's Santa Lucia, wedding and birthday presents, household surgery, dressing cases, dressing bags. Okay, those are like actual words. 40 price, 50. Yeah, is that gibberish? Those are like actual ads. Yeah, he hasn't returned. Ooh, and here's Ange. You're busted. Then you will be subject to interrogation. And yeah, Angie wants to help him. Angie wants to help him. First of all, I'm assuming because of, you know, her sentiment. He was her butler for X years. I'm assuming she got attached to him, so she doesn't want him to die. And second of all, if he gets interrogated and it comes out that Ange is former princess, that could complicate things. Even if it's control that learns of it, it's better that they believe she's just a look-alike, that they aren't aware of her being the actual, flesh and blood princess, and the current Princess Charlotte being quote unquote an imposter. And the pastries are, I'm guessing, made by Charlotte herself, by the princess. Switching cars. This is great. An entry, an escape route that can be opened only by someone with a Sibyl, because the entrance is simply too heavy, too bulky, too unwieldy to just, lift on your own. This is genius. Of course, the princess also wants to say her goodbyes. Whoever you really are, it has been my honor to serve you. You truly are a marvelous princess. She is. She really is. A learned princess, not a born princess. She's a you goober. Look at the road. Yeah, the Duke of Normandy, of course, started to suspect you. This really is a beautiful sight. All those glowing specks of caverite, I'm assuming. Yeah, she's no longer. Now I wonder, why didn't Ange just, put him up on the boat, just left early? I have no clue. And who is him? Who is he? Who's this dude? Yet another party, I'm assuming. A completely third party besides the Commonwealth and the Kingdom. I have no clue. I don't know. It's unexpected that there is a third party involved in all of that. And yeah, he's been shot. If you keep telling lies, you'll share the same fate. You suspect that someone other than the Commonwealth was. Yeah, probably. It's not in Commonwealth style. Commonwealth spies don't leave bodies laying around. They just don't. And I'm assuming L has a history with Bishop. Former friends, perhaps? And here are the pastries. It looks very weird seeing a photorealistic pastry in the hands of a hand-drawn anime girl. And the pastry has shadows and her hand in here barely does. It's weird. Those pastries, they are looking weird. They are really looking weird. And that's it. That's it. That was the Crown Handler movie. Crown Handler movie 1. Whenever the second movie comes out, we're also gonna watch it, of course. But I mean, it is out, but it hasn't been translated yet. There aren't any subs. So whenever the subs come out, we're also gonna watch it. It was nice. You can certainly see that it isn't supposed to be like a big ending movie. Like sometimes an anime will have like 2 seasons or a season or 3 seasons, and then a big ending movie instead of a double episode. They just make a movie, and the movie is this big ending, this big final battle, and whatnot. You can see that it's not this kind of a movie. Uh, I think they simply decided they. I think I know what happened. They did the two-parter, episode 11 and 12, and they noticed that, you know what? The stories we wanna tell actually work best as two-parters. So instead of making a second season full of two-parters, let's make 6 movies, and each movie will be as long as 2 episodes. And they really benefited from that, I'd say. This episode really felt good. The pacing was great. The characters were great as always. Although the pacing might have been slow at no, I don't think the pacing was slow. I genuinely don't. I think it was actually good. It benefited a lot from being a movie. The production quality pretty much the same. The music great as always. The sounds great as always. The performances again amazing. It's just more Princess Principal is what it is. Honestly, it's just more Princess Principal. It isn't some big super special movie. It isn't a special movie that's like fully self-contained and tells a self-contained story. Because while it does tell us the self-contained story of the butler, right? Uh, of the Chamberlain, sorry, not the butler, the bishop, Chamberlain bishop, or whatever you want to call him. Um, there still is that overarching plot of the Duke of Normandy, of Princess Charlotte trying to take over the country, of Ange trying to leave with Charlotte, right? All those overarching plots are still there and they haven't been resolved either before that movie or during this movie. I think I was correct in thinking that the movies are essentially gonna be season 2, except clumped up together. Every 2 episodes are just clumped up into a single movie. And they seem to be taking more time before each movie than 2 weeks. So I think that's why this episode might have felt a little bit maybe higher production quality wise. I think it might have been. The CG is certainly much improved. At times, if my eyes weren't, fine tuned for finding the slightest specks of CG, I wouldn't have noticed that it is CG work. Some of the shots, some of the angles, they were only possible with CG, really, and they were great. It's just a pleasure watching it, visually, sound wise. If you were watching this episode with like shitty speakers, like what I have, or on a phone or something, watch it with proper headphones. Watch it with proper headphones. Honestly, a completely different experience. All those rumbly tones. I love it. I love sound design in Princess Principal. Yeah, uh, that's gonna be it, I think. I don't think there's much more to talk about here. It was a very self contained story after all. It's a pity that Bishop ended the way he ended. I was honestly hoping for a good end for him. We have seen way too many people have bad end in this anime. The classmates, Spy, the dude from the first episode. I'm honestly looking forward towards people getting good ends. Now, one thing that I'm a bit wary of, since it's a series of movies, will there be a chance of getting a whole movie that's more lighthearted? The way that we could get a whole episode that's in its entirety lighthearted, right? If it's just a series of 20 odd minute episodes, then you can sacrifice those 20 something minutes to have, I don't know, a beach episode or whatever. When you're making 55-minute movies, sacrificing an entire movie for just a beach episode, probably less probable. And I'm saying beach episode as an example, right? The example with them being at school and Chise having that duel with that one dude, right? I count that as a more light-hearted episode, for example. And having a whole movie in that tone, probably not feasible. So I wonder if perhaps the movies are gonna get way too heavy. I hope not. I hope not. But I still worry that it might be the case. And I think that's it. That's gonna be it. An hour and a half already. So we're just gonna end it here. And I will be waiting for the next episode to come, of course. And if you want to be notified of whenever I post my reaction to Crown Handler Movie 2, then subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon and all that, so you get notified. And you also get notified about me starting my stream where I will be where I will be going through the list of anime of winter 2021 or 2022, I think. Yeah, winter 2022. And looking at what interesting seasonals are coming out. And hey, if you have some comments, if you want me to watch something specific, leave them down below. And also leave a comment. What did you think of this movie? Do you like that they switched the movie format from the regular episode format, or does it not sit well with you? Did you like it? In general, the story, the characters. I mean, if you're watching this, you probably like the characters and the stories that Princess Principal tells, right? Otherwise, you would have tapped out way early. What did you think of my reaction? It's my very first time reacting to something longer than 24 minutes. Uh, if you don't count the game awards and stuff like that, as far as anime goes, this is the first time I'm reacting to something in a non-standard format. So, how'd you like it? How did I do? Did I do well? Did I do badly? If I did well, leave me a like. If I didn't do well, leave me a dislike. But also tell me what was it that I didn't do well, so I can improve in the future, right? Uh, if you really like what I'm doing, that's right, you can support me on Patreon. Link is down in the description. My patrons can enjoy those movies 1 week early. In fact, today is Wednesday, and I will be uploading it today. So if you're my Patreon, you will see this video a week and a day earlier than YouTube people. If that's something you'd like, uh, $10 a month and you can get it, or just $1 and you get access to my Discord server, or hell, maybe you just don't care about the rewards, you just want to support me. I appreciate that very much as well. Mm, yeah, Princess Principal is not the only thing that I'm watching, of course. There's Sci-Hat and a Paladin. You're gonna find the link somewhere there. I'm gonna be releasing episode 12 reaction soon. Far as the other series go, Sci-Hat no, not Sci-Hat and a Paladin. Tsukito Lakato no Sferratu, Prince Principal episode season 1, and Tact of Destiny have already been completed. There are gonna be, of course, playlists in the corner. So if that's something you wanna see, click the card and you will be taken straight there. Okay, that's gonna be it from me for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you had a Merry Christmas, and I hope you will have a Happy New Year. So, as always, do all the good stuff, guys, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers.